In 1976, at the age of 18, life as I know it is over. Paralyzed in a car accident, I go from 6-foot college athlete to 4'5" wheelchair user. Now I'm devastated, but determined to build a new life for myself. And my doctor tells me, Anne, you should seriously consider checking yourself into a nursing home. Because if you don't, you are going to be a burden on your family and society for the rest of your life. Oh, I am so shocked and angry about this that I promised myself I am never going to be a burden to anyone. Well, this is a difficult promise to keep in the 1970s. There are no curb cuts, there are no handicap ramps or bathrooms. I mean, what kind of ramps are all stuff? So when I go to college and people call out, "Party on the second floor!" there's no elevator. And I'm not going anybody to carry me, so I miss out. When I get to the subway and the elevator's broken, I don't go right to the next station and push back. Oh no, I roll onto that escalator. I put one wheel on, little wheels on one step and the big wheels on the next step, and then I hold on to those handrails for dear life because I am not asking for help. So when work says they're going to send me to Rwanda, which I'm pretty sure is not very wheelchair accessible. Just saying, I go anyway. And when my friends find out where I'm going, they all say, "Oh my God, you gotta go see the mountain gorillas. You know, the ones Diane Fossey studied." And I'm like, "Oh, they're my favorite animal. Can I drive there?" And they're like, "No, you get somebody to carry you." I'm like, "Ho, ho, 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 ho." I would literally be a burden man. But I think I really want to go. And when am I ever going to be in Rwanda again? If I pay people to carry me, am I still a burden? And then I think about this quote I read recently. All limits are self-imposed. And that doctor's words only have the power that I have given them all these years. And I am done with that. So I make a call, and that's how I wind up in the jungle, being carried up a mountain by 10 men. I'm in a wicker basket attached to 2 long poles, the kind that they used to carry the kings and queens of old, and baby, I feel like a queen now. I get used to this. Well, an hour later, Chonko, our guide, puts up his arm for us to stop. And he says, "The gorilla is already close. Remember, you must be silent. You must not frighten or disturb them." And then he picks me up in his arms and he carries me the last 30 feet and he plops me into my wheelchair. They carried back too. And I look up on the hillside and scattered up there is the gorilla family. And the rest of our group is spread out around them too, and they're much closer to the gorillas than I am. I'm a little jealous. But suddenly, this young gorilla comes rushing over, and he stops just 4 feet away from me. And he is beautiful. I briefly wonder if he's single. He's got this cranial shelf that shields his rich brown eyes. And he takes a step closer towards me. And then another step. And Chonko's getting a little nervous, you know, because so he kind of stands between me and the gorilla to try and discourage him. That gorilla takes another step forward. And now he was just a foot away from me. So Chonko, the other guy, picked me up and moved me over in my wheelchair. And the gorilla flies. And they pick me up and move me over again. And the gorilla comes forward. But he stops. And then he leans in towards me. He is so close, I can smell his breath. And then our eyes lock. And in that moment, there is only he and I. And then the gorilla issues a loud grunt. And the gorillas are on the move. And as I watch my gorilla disappear into the jungle, I am awestruck that he picked me out of the crowd because in his eyes, my wheelchair doesn't make me a burden. It makes me special, wondrous, unique. The way he looked at me made me see myself in the same way. Oh, I am so glad I laid that doctor's curse down at last. If only I could send him a snapshot of me and my gorilla backward in time with a note that says, "Look at me now. My nursing home is the whole wide world."
Yeah!